back to the 12 Notes podcast. I'm your host, Petey Beats. Today I got the West in the building.
What's up? What's up?
So why that name?
Well, man, it's kind of. I'll try to give you the short story. I had a homie. I used to go by all kinds of different shit. I was like doing the hip hop shit, so I went with like all the underground type. I was Chaos, and I went to Chaotic Theory. You know what I mean? I was doing all the weird shit. And then I started just going by Rob D. That's what everyone knew me for. That's what I wrote on my papers at school. Everybody knew me as Big Rob or Rob D. So I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna just go with Rob D. But every time people would type in my name on YouTube, they used to get this dude named like Rob D Club to Death or some shit. I don't know what the fuck that is, but it's some like techno shit or some shit. And I was just like, damn. Then someone told me, like, hey, well, there's like a DJ named Rob D. And I was like, well, I figured, man, it's not like it's such a non-original name.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, I gotta think of something. So I ended up going by Rob D Loke. And I used the Loke for Leaving Others Crushed. And that was kind of like my little thing, I would say. And then I met some dude. I don't even know his real name. I just know him by Monster. And it was my cousins. They were from the same neighborhood. And that guy, one day, he was trying to, like, get me involved with, like, people that he knew with music and shit. So he was just like, hey, dog, he's like, I got a homie, this and that, blah, blah, blah. So I met up with him one day, and then this was like my last straw type deal. Mm-hmm. Like, I was like, I'm going to see what's up with this fool. If not, I'm not even going to fuck around and do music that much anymore. Because I had done sold my truck. I literally sold my truck, like, to get a MacBook and get all the mic shit going. Because I was with some chick at the time. She had a car. So I was just like, oh, well, fuck it. I'll go that way. So, yeah, man, I ended up fucking doing all that, and it didn't go as planned. So this was like my last hoorah. Yeah. So I told the homie, like, hey, what's good, dog? Let's meet up. We met up, and this fool showed me someone that, like, had some beats that just weren't what I was feeling. So after that day, I bounced. Went to Texas. I ended up going to my family's. I was just getting into shit out here in the valley. I just wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing. And when I was over there, probably like 6 months in, he hit me up. He's like, hey, dog, do you have plans on coming back out here? Because I was doing a mixtape out there. And he's like, damn, this fool. I was literally recording over like my laptop using the internal mic. I was doing some ghetto shit. And he's like, fool, we got to get you in the real studio. Like, he's like, wow, but he's like, can I suggest something? I'm like, what's up? He's like, you think you could change your name, like find another name? He's like, I'm not trying to diss the name, but I think something like either clever, something poppy, something that's going to make your name like, whoa, what the fuck, like a statement. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I mean, I guess. I was like, I don't even, I'm like the worst at that shit. Even with music, when it comes to like topics or starting out a hook, like that's the worst shit for me. But give me something to like fuck with, boom, and it's over. I get it done quick. So he's like, yeah, he's like, I was actually thinking of a name for you. And I'm like, really? I'm like, what'd you come up with? He's like, The West. And I was like, The West. When I heard it, I was like, this sounds plain, like the West, the West. And he's like, yeah, the West. I'm like, why is that? And he's like, well, when you hear your shit, I hear your music. He's like, it just sounds like West Coast. Like, instantly right off the bat, I hear it, and it's like, it's West Coast. He's like, and everything about you, like, you're the only one out of all the homies that don't bang anything. You know what I mean? You always, like, West Coast, like, West this, that. You say West all the time, like, is it just you, dog? He's like, that'll just fit you perfect, man. He's like, I think you should go by the West. And I was like, what, I'll think about it. Maybe I will, maybe I'm not. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it or not. I had MySpace Music at that time.
Yeah.
So, and that was the other thing, too, because when I went by Rob D, Rob's was going by Rob's the One.
Yeah.
So I was barely doing my music shit, but every time people would be like, oh, I tried to look for you, but I seen Rob's. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's another fool in the valley. He's from Panorama. Or at least that's where I met him. I was there on Tobias and Parthenia by the indoor swap meet.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to change my name, go by the West. I'm going to go with that shit and see what people think. And I changed it, and it kind of just went smoothly, dog. Like everybody was just like, "The West, damn, that's crazy. You making a statement.
Yeah.
That's dope." And the fucked up crazy part about that is I changed it, and then like 2 months later, Q came out with the album called "I Am the West," and I was like, "Oh fuck, dog!" Everybody could be like, "Did you take that?" And Cube's like my favorite rapper, so I was just like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, fucking shit happens.
Yeah.
I recently just did a Raiders song with the homie for last year. And we were waiting on DistroKid. You know, sometimes you put it and they lag it sometimes. We were waiting on DistroKid to upload it. We're like, damn, why isn't that going up? And Too Short and Ice Cube came out with a song. But our song was a remake of the movie, the song Colors. You remember the song Colors?
Yeah.
Color. Well, my homie redid the beat and we redid the song, but we called it Raider Colors. And literally the day before our song dropped, Ice Cube and Too Short did a song called Raider Colors as well. I was like, damn, I got the worst luck with that shit.
Yeah.
But we have all the, like, you know, paperwork, buying the CD, all that shit. We were talking about this shit for like a month and a half. So we're like, dude, they wanted to, you know. But yeah, it's crazy. That's the name, though. That's how I ended up going by the West. And that was in 2010. 2010. So 2010, I've been going by that.
So how long you actually been rapping?
Oh man, I've been at it since junior high, but like really, like you hear a lot of people say, "Oh, I've been rapping since." No, I've been rapping since junior high. I mean, you ask anybody who knows me, they know me for that. I mean, even when I played football, they used to call me and this other fool rappers the light because we'd be on the side, you know, always rapping, beatboxing, but
So when's the first time you recorded this song?
First time, like, recorded seriously or just recorded fucking around? Because recorded fucking around, I was doing that shit in junior high, too. My dad had a homie. I just talked about this guy. He came and showed, like, man, on ghetto shit, like, how you can record on the computer.
Yeah.
And, man, I remember one day he showed me with the headphone. He grabbed the headphone. He's like, dog, he's like, you don't need a mic. He's like, just get a headphone that has a puff, like one of these, you know, the earmuffs. He's gonna just grab it, put it over like that. He's like, put a sock or a bandana and just fit in it. There's gonna be one side that won't work, one will. And sure enough, that shit would work. So we used to fuck around and do that shit. But I mean, recording seriously, probably like since 2000, maybe 14, 13, maybe even a little bit before then.
Okay.
But I mean, as far as like fucking around, and I've been at it for a minute.
Yeah. So what type of shit did you grow up listening to? Mainly West Coast?
Yeah, man, strictly West Coast, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, my dad, like I was saying, talking to the other homie, we grew up in like a super, like, Chicano household. Like, we didn't listen to Spanish music often. We listened to West Coast rap, and it was like the generic West Coast, like Dr. Dre, Snoop, Cube. We really didn't fuck with Too Short, you know, except for the song Getting It. That was the one song that, you know, always bumped in the house. But everything was super West Coast shit. You know, Dre, the Snoop, you know, all that shit. It was strictly that. And then, of course, like, you know, older days, like High C and fucking, you know, all those fools and shit. My dad was, you know, big fan of that kind of stuff.
So your dad like put you on to hip hop?
Yeah, you know, my brother was the one that would be, because he was, you know, older than me, so he was more in that realm of that music. But like I said in the other podcast, my dad and my brother, they were like really close.
Yeah.
So their relationship was more so like they would dress like each other, you know, like my dad knew the new style because of my brother. So if it was like certain pants or certain things, you know what I mean, my dad was getting the new style from my brother. So all the new Ice Cube shit, all the new Ice Cube, all the new shit that was coming out. I remember when Keith Sweat came out with Nobody when he first came back out.
Oh shit.
My dad didn't even know, because my dad only knows the radio shit unless he's listening to his oldies and stuff. And my brother was like, "Hey, Pop, here, Keith Sweat coming out a new album." He's like, "Nah, that's just gonna suck." And then the Nobody came out. Oh man, my dad lost it. He was like, "What? No way, that's crazy." I still remember when that shit came out, man. It was on the MTV and all that.
Yeah. It's a banger.
Hell yeah, it's one of his like best hits.
Yeah.
Everybody know that shit.
Yeah. So, was there a lot of R&B?
Like in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was mainly oldies, R&B, rap, West Coast rap. Unless we were listening like the old school shit, like the High C, I'm Your Pupper, sitting in the park, all that shit. It was mainly stuff like that, There was really nothing else that was played in the house.
Listen to Art LeBeau on Sundays?
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't even. Probably was that shit cracking back then. If it was, we were doing it. I remember Huggy Boy and all that shit. But yeah, man, all the oldies. I mean, my dad had a record player, so he used to go over to some place called Rover Records. I think it was in Venice, or somewhere near there. And he used to go like once a month, go over there and get all the records he didn't have. So I mean, that's what we would do on the weekends. Just he'd play his records, we'd all listen to it and vibe out, clean the house, or do whatever. That's what the deal was. But R&B was in there, but it was mainly if we were listening to R&B, we were listening to like the new R&B, or like the old R&B. I mean, like Luther Vandross and all that shit.
Yeah.
Like all the new R&B, like Usher and all that shit. My pops wouldn't listen to that. He was more of the old school type.
Sleeping.
Yeah, no, for real.
Are you a fan of, like, R&B?
Yeah, I'm cool with it. Like the new R&B, not really so. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people feel a certain way towards R. Kelly, but I mean, that fool got hits, dog. I can show you a playlist on my phone right now. You know what I mean?
It's undeniable.
He's a weirdo, dog. But that fool got hits, bro.
Yeah.
That fool got some dope ass music. So when you're talking about that era of R&B was ridiculous too. There was everybody, Jodeci. I mean, all of them. They were all killing it.
Yeah, I feel like that's. 'Cause I remember as a kid, I wish I can just be able to sing and shit because I wanted to be an R&B singer.
Like Babyface, all that, man.
Yeah, but
it was crazy.
Can't sing.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, so who are do you have a top 5?
Top 5? I have a top 3. But I could give you a top 5. My first number 1 all day is Cube. And then, are you talking past, present, whatever?
Everything.
Yeah, okay. So first one would be Cube out the bat. Then Biggie 2. Pun 3. 4 would be. It'd have to be Nipsey. I mean, I was fucking with Nipsey since Bullets Ain't Got No Name Volume 1.
Yeah.
My boy actually used to do his tattoos and shit, so he's the reason why I even knew who that guy was, because he met him one day through a record label or some person that he was fucking with, and he was barely coming up, and he's like, hey, you gotta check this fool out, and he was giving his CD out, and we got it, and we're like, damn, who the fuck is this? So, yeah, Nipsey, and then 5, I'll just say 0, just because, I'm I like the South shit, I fuck with Texas heavy.
0.
And 0, man, he's one of the old schools, you know what I mean? I fuck with the old school, but yeah, 0 could still get on the mic and dust the shit out of people today.
Yeah.
You fuck with 0?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, 0's hard, man. 0's super hard.
Every time he'll drop an album, I kind of be sleep on it, but then once I go to it, I'm like, damn, this.
Yeah.
Man.
Especially his new shit. I was hearing his new shit coming on. I'm like, And then I listened to it. And I'm like, damn, this one got 3-4 bangers, on this shit.
The last one that I really liked was No Love Boulevard.
Yeah, No Love Boulevard. Yeah.
That one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what got down on that.
Yeah. They Don't Understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, all kinds of shit.
Yeah, that was hard, dude. That was crazy with it. And I like him, too, because That's he kind of reminds me like of like Rob's. You know what I mean? He can do
Yeah.
that fucking harmony singing
Yeah.
shit and then rap hard as fuck too.
Right.
You know, so I fuck with that type of shit. I like that shit.
Yeah.
I know I could try to do it, you know, but I just never tried to, like, you know, because like I hate doing my ad libs. You know what I mean? I can just imagine trying to sing and keep it serious without like fucking up or laughing
Yeah.
at myself. You know?
Yeah.
So,
He has that voice.
yeah, for real.
Yeah, that's one of my like my goals to achieve in music is like get a hook from zero. You know what I mean?
Oh man.
That would be fire. They used to. I mean, Nate Dogg, obviously.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's not gonna happen anymore. But Zero's like the second one.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. Zero's he's tough, man. You ever go on the computer and look up like his freestyles?
nah.
It's crazy. He just be in the studio. There's one where he's driving in Houston in his car. And that fool he just starts rapping. And that fool raps all the way through Houston, downtown, into like an undercar garage and going into the studio. There's like whole freestyle. That shit's hard as fuck though.
Yeah, I never seen it. So you said Cube, you're number one.
Yeah. Big time. Easy.
Why?
Man, dude, it's just when I think about it growing up, bro, that was what I grew up on, man. I grew up, my dad's shit was, you know, today was a good day and how we do it, all that, you know. I grew up, I mean, even Friday. I don't know if you remember back in the day, they used to have these things called the LA Super Shows. It was like a car shows, you know, lowrider car show, but they will hold it over at the LA Convention Center. So those things were massive back then, and they would be the equivalent of what the dub show is today. You know what I mean? They didn't have dub shows back then, so there was the Super Show. And when I was a kid, I was probably like 7 years old when Bow Down came out, the album, and they performed that, and I lost my shit, dog. When fucking Ice Cube performed, I remember he was doing all his old shit, and then he was like, "Yo, y'all want to see some new shit? I don't think these motherfuckers seen this new shit." And then because Dub C's always been like his hype man.
Yeah.
So he was with Dub C, and then that fool was just like, "Wait a minute, this don't seem right." He's like, "I think we need somebody else." And then he's like, "Who's that other person?" And like WC and Mac 10 comes out, and I was like, "Oh no, they're not gonna do it." And yeah, he dropped like 4 or 5 songs off the new album, and the whole place went nuts. So like that right there just like gravitated me, and I was just a Cube fan ever since, like since I was a kid. And then seeing all the movies that he was in, those were my dad's favorite movies. You know, my dad was older, but he was like a homie at the same time too. You know, so. You know, all the shit that we liked, he liked, you know? So, yeah, Cube was just always in the house, always bumping. My dad had a 63, 64, you know, he had Impalas that looked just like the ones that he had, you know what I mean? So, like the one he had in Boys in the Hood. So, yeah, man, Cube is just...
So Cube is my number 2.
Yeah.
Pac is my number 1.
See, I always want to throw Pac in my top 5s or top 3, but I'm like one of those people, I hate doing what everyone does. So like it's like when you hear someone from West Coast, it's almost a given they're gonna say Pac. So I stay away from Pac. But I mean, if I really had to, of course, All Eyes on Me is gonna be one of his albums. I'd fucking I'd have that or Machiavelli.
I mean, if there was no Pac, then Cube would be there, but Pac just cuts deep. You know? So it's like you can't beat that. You know,
for real.
You know, shit hits your soul like that. Like it's just hard to beat. You know? But Cube, man, like I love. He has probably my favorite delivery ever. Like when he does like the crazy shit. Like
he's smooth. That's what I was saying to him. Like he knows how to like. He's not too crazy critique, you know what I mean? It's just his flow is just real, like, you know.
Well, like on The World Is Mine.
Yeah.
Right. He. I don't know. He gets like animated with his shit.
Yeah.
Like, and like that voice he brings out.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Everything he talks about, like, he talks about shit that nobody's ever talked about, and still hasn't even talked about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Once Upon a Time in the Projects. Like, shit like that, and like the Ghetto Vet. Like, all these like.
Who I'm a vet, you can bet.
Like all these stories he tells and everything, like ain't nobody touching that.
Yeah,
bro. Like it's crazy.
And it's lasts for years, man.
And it will still, and a lot of shit is still relevant today. Like, like with the, even like when with the George Floyd thing, everybody was on the police brutality, and when he stepped up, everybody was kind of surprised, like, with Cube, like, you're just the actor, and like, who are you? Like, bro, like, if
you know what? I was actually a little mad when he kind of came out and he was stepping up because. But then I understood what he was doing. Once I talked to my brother about it, and he was just like, you got to understand, dude, like, if someone's got to be a voice for his people, he's got to do it, you know? So he needs to stand strong for his people, and I don't hate him for that.
Yeah.
But it was just the way he said it, because when I heard him, he was all like, he looked Muslimed out, beard, and he was like, you know, he didn't care about any other race. Like, they asked him about, like, you know, the Mexican race, and, you know, because we're almost similar, and he was like, no, I'm strictly for black people type shit. And I was just like, damn, like, we fuck with you heavy, dog. Like, how you gonna just throw us out to the side like that? But, you know, after talking and understanding the situation, I was like, okay, I get it now.
But yeah, he's been, like, even since NWA, like, he's always been that dude to, you know, speak up.
Yeah.
So I have a theory, right? I say that Ice Cube is the inventor and the creator of gangster rap.
Yeah.
A lot of people argue with me, saying
Eazy-E and shit.
No, I was saying like Ice-T. He came out first, and like, who was it? Like, I think Schoolie D or some shit. But it was like, if you listen to them, their shit, they were still like holding back.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't cuss that much still. They still like kind of keep it clean a little. And when Ice Cube came out, he's just like in your face, like talking shit, like everything. Fuck the police. Like, he didn't care. And that's the epitome of, like, I feel like if it wasn't for Cube, everything that you listen to now wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because everybody's kind of following what Cube did.
Yeah.
And people have arguing with me about it, but I mean,
I've heard people say that, you know, how Ice-T deal too. Ice-T was more like, I mean, he kind of had that raw, but like, I don't know. I just like, I know a lot of his shit's respected, but I couldn't listen to. There's like 2 songs I could bump of Ice-T's. You know? And the rest of them are like, I don't know, his rap isn't all that, you know, to me.
Yeah. So I always give that to Cube, and then Eazy-E, like, Cube wrote his rap, so it's like.
And see, that's the other thing too. I would argue with my homie all the time about it, because he's like, dude, come on, that's Eazy-E, dog. Like, how you gonna diss Eazy-E? I'm like, I'm not dissing him, but Cube wrote all this shit. Like, can you call that for a rapper? They're like, well, what about Dr. Dre? I'm like, he made the beat, you know what I mean? Like, and some of his shit he might have wrote, and you can tell some of his shit sounds like it came from him, you know, because it's not that dope, you know, but it's because it's Dr. Dre and it's on his beat. People don't give a shit. It sounds tight to them, you know?
Yeah. I mean, credit to everybody for, you know, doing their part, but Cube was coming with the content and the words, and I don't know. I mean, look at Dre, what he was doing before, you know, Wrecking Crew and all that. Like,
I mean, that's a lot of work too, if you think about it, man. You got how many fools in your group, and you and one other dude are writing all the verses for everyone? For every song. And they came out with I don't know how many albums before he split, like 2. It's ridiculous.
And he's still going. So what's the last Ice Cube album that you enjoyed? Well, let me say this first. What's your favorite Ice Cube album?
Favorite? I used to like America's Most Wanted a lot, but then I started listening to I forget it. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's like War After Death or something like that.
War and Peace.
Oh, War and Peace. My bad. War and Peace. Yeah, War and Peace. That one's hard too. When you listen to it, that one's either another one, dude. That's dope. That's a newer one. Not so much on the old side. Is the Laugh Now Cry Later one.
Yeah.
That one was pretty dope. But a lot of his old shit is where it's at. You know what I mean? That's the shit that like Lethal Injection or what was the other one? Is that which one's the one with the toe tag?
Death Certificate.
Death Certificate. There you go. I just said that to somebody the other day, and I couldn't remember it. Yeah. But top one, I think, was America's Most Wanted. Just because, like, when he came out with that one, I think a lot of people were tripped out. You know, they didn't know what he was gonna sound like. You know.
Yeah.
And he showed that versatility by being able to spit on beats that were, you know, East Coast, you know.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't one of like his biggest West Coast songs like on that album? I want to say like Today Was a Good Day or something like that, but I feel like one of those songs that was on one of those albums that he did like out there, and it's like the biggest song in LA, or like was. I don't know if it was Today Was a Good Day or You Know How We Do It, or not that one, but it's another one. Like an older song. But yeah, I don't know. I forget which one it is, but
yeah, for me, War and Peace is my favorite.
Yeah, War and Peace is hard. Yeah. That one's dope. He's got a lot of dope shit on there.
Yeah, and then my last favorite album is Laugh Now Cry Later.
Yeah.
That album.
That one's crazy because, like, I remember I used to be like, his new shit, it might not be that dope.
Yeah.
And then I got it, and I was like, damn. You know, I was like, I didn't realize all these songs were on here. This one had some dope shit on there.
Uh-huh.
You know what song used to be my favorite, too, is the one that he did with Crazy Bone. It's Crazy Bone and Ice Cube. Yeah, that shit was hard as fuck. I used to listen to that one all the time.
Yeah.
Ghetto Vet, that was one of my favorite songs.
Ghetto Bird.
Yeah, Ghetto Bird.
He's got a bunch of shit, bro.
Yeah, even in the new shit, the one he did with Too Short, he actually had the album that he came out. He came out with the latest album he did. That one had some dope songs on it too. I mean, it's different, you know. It's a little bit sounding like today's music, but he had some dope shit in there.
Yeah, I think
people just laugh at it because they look at the Cube now and they see him in movies and you know, they're like, this fool, you know, but
yeah, I think he still has shit here and there.
Yeah.
But like
that one he did with Too Short was hard as fuck. That song was dope. Yeah.
But like actual like full albums. Yeah, I think Laugh Now Cry Later is probably the last for me at least.
Yeah.
I Am the West. I don't know. I Rep That West was a banger.
Yeah. I remember. Did you like the new West Side Connection they came out with? Terrorist Threats. Did you fuck with that at all? Yeah, that shit was hard.
Yeah. They got some bangers.
This right here is considered a banger. Yeah, that shit was hard.
Yeah, he has a line in there about 9/11.
Yeah, after 9/11.
Everybody got patriotic.
I'm 9/12. I'm like, fuck it. Blaze the chronic. Yeah.
Yeah. You say that shit now?
Yeah, right.
But yeah, even when you
he even said some shit. Didn't he say some shit too about like the He mentioned something about the World Trade Center getting blown up before it actually happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, in one of his songs, I forget which one it was, but he says something about the World Trade Center. Yeah. I remember hearing, I was like, damn, this fool, he didn't, you know, because something did happen in like the 90s, I think. You know, they tried to do it, but it didn't go through. But he said it, and I remember it was like, he predicted it. Like, nah, fool, they actually really did try to blow that shit up back in the day, too. But they failed or some shit.
I think Biggie had a line, too.
Who?
Biggie.
Oh, yeah? Blow up like the World Trade, Yeah.
So Biggie was your number 2?
Yeah, Biggie was number 2. Biggie was just number 2 just because the look, big dude, rap, could get the bitches, you know what I mean? I was a big dude, but growing up in high school, I never had no problem not never having a girlfriend. I always had a girlfriend or whatever. So I remember my cousin used to tell me, he's like, dog, you got to do it like Biggie, dog. Biggie's big as fuck, but his mouth, he spit game, man. He can spit game. He got it, dog. Like, so that's what I always like. Used to, think about growing up. I'd just be like, oh yeah, fucking Biggie did it. You know what I mean? I could do it, yeah, but Biggie was number 2, easy all day. Just what I loved about Biggie was the storytelling.
Yeah,
that fool knew how to paint a picture.
Yeah, every little detail.
Yeah, like, I'm on my way to Maryland in the caravan with my name to Tech. Take away the projects. Yeah, but that fool's fucking. He's dope, Biggie.
The only thing with Biggie for me is like 2 albums.
Yeah, I know.
It's
sucks.
It's not enough.
It really isn't, man. It sucks that he had to go like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because obviously, I mean, I know people have thought about it, but I really would like what would rap be like if Biggie and Pac were still here? Like.
It'd be so different.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Just like what labels would they have created? Would they have been like a Puff Daddy?
Right.
Just running a big label, or it seemed like Tupac would have been on some shit like that because he was already trying.
Yeah, I think Tupac for sure.
Yeah, because Biggie didn't really have like people under him that were dope.
Well, yeah, I mean he had his group, freaking.
Junior Mafia. Yeah, but think about Junior Mafia. Like, who's coming out of Junior Mafia? Like,
yeah.
I remember the Outlaws. They came out with some dope shit. They had some, like, little albums they came out with. Right. They were pretty dope. But, yeah, Junior Mafia, I don't know. You got Little C's or...
Lil' Kim.
Yeah, Lil' Kim, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, once you lose the leader,
that
shit dies out. But yeah, the whole 2 album thing, it's like, if I think like a 50 Cent, right?
Yeah.
If he would have died after his 2 albums, like, I think he would have been considered one of the greatest. He still is kind of considered.
50?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, if you see like the work he's done after that, people don't really feel it. They kind of fell off or whatever. So, I mean, I don't know. That's the way I see it. But I don't think Biggie would have fell off.
Yeah.
He's too
he was just too catchy. He was definitely too catchy.
But shit, you never know. Imagine.
Afro could spit on like he was. That was the crazy thing about him too. He was versatile too. You'd hear him and be like, "What?" and then kill it.
Yeah.
Like the Notorious Thug song with him and Bone Thugs. You're like, how's this fool gonna get on this song and kill it with these fools? And this fool winning that shit probably had one of the best verses. Him and Tupac. Tupac too. I was tripping like, how's Tupac gonna kill this shit? And he killed that shit too.
Yeah. See, I respect Tupac for just being him.
Yeah.
And not changing his style for Bone Thugs.
But, exactly.
You know what I mean?
He just came
like,
in
bro,
and
I'm
did
gonna
Tupac.
just do my shit and just scream out my verse and it's gonna be slow, but it's gonna be hard. Yeah. But I mean, the Biggie verse is still like crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. They're both on one album.
Yeah.
The Art of War. You got 2 legends.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
What about groups you
got? Groups, I didn't really...
Probably West Side Connection.
Besides West Side Connection, I mean, that was the only group I remember. I mean, when you talk about groups, I start thinking about hip-hop. I start thinking about, like, the underground shit. I was a big... back in the day when I was in junior high, I was a typical Cats fan. Nobody probably knows who the hell they are.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're from Chicago. But Jedi Mind Tricks. You know who they are? Vinny Paz.
Yeah. So
yeah, that was a big people I would listen to their group, and they had a group called the Army of the Pharaohs. Man, you talk about people with lyrics and just make you want to quit rap. I mean, these fools really could spit and then bring crazy versatility and just the words, you know, really explain some shit to you, man. You feel like he just went to like history class listening to them rap, you know. They say some shit. They're really talking shit.
Yeah.
Make you think. Like Immortal. I mean, everyone knows Immortal Technique, but like that type of shit, that's what they do.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, growing up, like groups, as far as groups, it was mainly just like, you know, like hip hop shit.
So what do you like better, like lyrical shit?
I like lyrical shit, but sometimes I kind of get annoyed by it. I might catch heat, but like Kendrick kind of gets on me a little bit. Like, it kind of gets annoying to me a little bit with him. Like, I used to fuck with Kendrick when he was doing a lot of shit with J-Rock.
Yeah.
When J-Rock first came out.
Yeah.
And J-Rock put him on. A lot of people don't even realize that.
Yeah.
But J-Rock was using them for, like, you know, hooks and shit. And J-Rock was my artist. He was the one that I fucked with. I didn't really fuck with Nip that much. I was fucking with J-Rock. But then J-Rock kind of went more on the, you know, running the TDE shit.
Yeah.
And they had Kendrick, who was blowing up. He didn't have to do shit. You know what I mean? So he just like stepped back from music or something, and then he came out with his one album that he did and had a couple of hits on that, and didn't have to do music again. Like, so I fell off on J-Rock and just started bumping Nip, you know, because Nip was coming with mixtape after mixtape after mixtape.
Yeah.
You know, people talk shit about him too, only having one album. But some of those mixtapes are albums, dude. You know, like the Mailbox Money, that one was hard.
Yeah.
You know, the Marathon was hard. Crenshaw album was hard. You know, but
I always felt like he wasn't doing his best.
Yeah, no. Because at first when he came out with Crenshaw, to be honest with you, I was kind of like mad. Because he like switched his flow up. I don't know if you noticed it, but like from Marathon and on, like even the Marathon Continues, I believe, his flow was like more, there was a lot more. And then he changed his flow to like a talking flow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's not many words in his bars.
Yeah.
It's real like just talkative.
Yeah.
You know, but it grows on you, you know. So when I heard Crenshaw, I was like, what the fuck? Like this fool's like talking.
Yeah.
You know, then I started listening and I'm like, oh, all right. You know, and then it grows on you.
Right.
That song, I remember I was chilling one day driving to work when Crenshaw came out. And I was hating on it so much because I didn't like the way he was flowing. And then one day I'm like in my car and I'm like, it's bumping because I used to have subs. And I'm hearing this song that's bumping loud as fuck, but I'm not really listening to the lyrics. And then I'm like, is that Zero? And I'm like, nah. And I turn it up. I'm like, I called the homie instantly. Like, hey, you know this fool did a song with Zero? And he's like, what? I'm like, it's like track 19 or some shit at the very end. That song Go Long.
Yeah.
Oh man, who your OG is? Cause he's named DJ Screw. Yeah, that fool, man. I lost it when I heard that. I was like, hell yeah, Nip and Zero.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A lot of the old school fools fuck with that fool. You know, like he like Corrupt. I think Corrupt did a song with that fool. They have like a whole video on YouTube where they pull up like Corrupt. He's chilling with Dog Pound and shit. He does a song with them and shit. I was like, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I think he slept on a lot.
Yeah.
But, damn, I forgot. How did we get here? What was the question I asked you?
Yeah, something. I probably drifted off.
Like you like lyrical shit. Right?
Oh yeah, lyrical. Damn. See, I don't even know how you got that. Yeah, no, but lyrical shit. Yeah, I'm into the lyrical shit. I just don't like it when it's like on some like, okay, bro, we know you're lyrical. Like, chill out with all the like crazy shit. You know, like Immortal Technique, he's dope, but like you could only do so many albums where you're talking about the government. You know what I mean? It's like. I've been hearing this shit since high school. Ain't nothing happened. It's the same shit over and over. So it's like, I know we're getting that much closer to whatever the fuck's supposed to happen, but Like, damn, dog. Like, we had to move on.
Yeah.
So the lyrical shit's dope, but it just sucks these days because no one listens to the lyrical shit. Lyrical shit doesn't get respected. So it's like, if it's for you and your people that fuck with your shit and real fans, cool. But the most people don't even respect the lyrical shit anymore. It goes right over their head, or they don't even know it. They don't get it. You got to explain it to them. Once you got to do all that, you're like, fuck.
Well, I mean, Kendrick is,
yeah,
he's doing it.
Yeah, he's doing it. Yeah, he's got the lyrical shit on hand, but like, I don't know if it's just me, fool. But sometimes, like, when I be hearing his songs, like, they be kind of pissing me off because I'm like, fool, everyone's paying attention to the fact that he's going crazy, but he's not on the beat. Like, he seems like he's like all over it, But that seems to be okay these days, you know what I
mean? People give a chance, like more of a chance for Kendrick. Like it's like, even if they listen to it and they don't like it, they'll try to listen to it again.
Yeah.
Like for some reason, like they keep giving them. But if you were anybody else, like if it was me, if I made like a song like a Kendrick shit and I showed people, so I want to get like no love.
Yeah.
Like, man, like what is this? Like, but for some reason, like people always give Kendrick that extra.
Yeah.
Same. I think that's the same with any big artist, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's weird. Cause he's not even like a social media dude, really.
Yeah.
Like, people are not in love with his personality or nothing. It's just the music. But people always give him that extra, that extra listen. People calling his new album like a masterpiece and like it's greatest.
Yeah, see, I heard a lot of people telling me that it's whack. Like, oh, that shit's whack. But it's the people that are telling me that are the ones that really like that West Coast flavor, that real OG shit. Like the dope sound. They're not really caring about, the crazy fucking beats and, like on that new Kanye shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're coming out crazy like that and doing weird beats and spitting all crazy, people fuck with that. The only person I fuck with that does shit like that, gets on a new sound, is J. Cole. That motherfucker, man, he's hard as fuck, man. He's like quadruple threat too. He be singing, rapping, mixing his own shit, does his own beats.
I think because he still has like that old school, like
but like
style.
He did a song. What was it with? It was one of these new rappers, man. Oh my god, I know you know the guy too. I want to say it's like with like a baby or some shit, a little bit. I don't know who it is. I forget what the guy is, but man, he kills that shit. He said something about like, he's talking about his verse, like what it costs for a verse from him. And I remember I actually like fucking looked it up because he said it costs like $3. I don't know what he said. I'm gonna murder it, but something about like a verse with him is like a certain amount of keys or whatever. So I remember I looked up a key to see how much a key would be, and then I was like times that by what he said. I was like, damn, this motherfucker $800,000 for a verse, But then you hear these fools. It's true because Snoop said you don't fucking do anything for like $500,000-$600,000.
Yeah.
Unless you're his homie or he'll show love, but he's like, if you're labeled a label, why are you mad? You know what I mean? Right. I'm going through the label. Right. It's not coming out of your pocket, it's coming out of the label's pocket.
Yeah. So J. Cole. You like Drake?
I don't diss Drake. I don't have anything against Drake. He's got some crazy shit. Like I used to like the song he did with Game. I forget the name of it.
100?
Yeah, 100. Yeah, that beat was dope. I like the way he spit on it. When he first came out, I knew who Drake was. Because my homie was talking about that fool. Like, hey, there's some new fool named Drake. That fool's going to be dope. Watch. And I remember one day I seen Nipsey post a song with Drake. And I hit my homie. I'm like, hey, fool, did you see that Nipsey did? He's like, what? And I thought he was going to know that. But he didn't. He actually didn't know. And yeah, man, I remember he did that song with Nipsey too, and that song was dope as shit. But yeah, Drake's cool. I don't have him on my phone or music or albums, but his shit's always catchy. You can't hate on the guy, you know.
Yeah. So I was listening to your new project, the EP.
Yeah, this one is an EP too, but this one's with the homie. I didn't get hard copies of the Ella Wested one.
Yeah.
And just, you know, people, you get CDs. I only got them because a lot of people were like, yo, get CD, get hard copies, you know, it'd be dope. Then you get them, and then everyone goes, you know.
Yeah.
Only a few people buy them. So I ended up having all kinds of fucking hard copies left over. And then, you know, people don't even listen to CDs anymore. You know, it's more so for the fans that fuck with you and just want it.
Yeah. So you're like, really like West Coast.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
Do you feel like maybe it's like played out?
Yeah. No, I know exactly what you're saying. That's why I did the LOS there. Because I wanted to
make a statement.
Make a statement that this shit ain't dead. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like at some point you always got to go back to your roots. You know what I mean? And you got to give respect to the roots, because without those, they wouldn't be there. And I also feel like, you know, with the West Coast movement, new wave, and new music that's out right now, a lot of people forget about that. They forget about of course, they remember, you know, Chronic and, you know, all that shit. But there's a lot of other shit before then, you know? And I just feel like, you know, it needs to be more out there, you know. I don't feel that it should ever die. I should feel that it should always be respected, and people that do that music, that style, should still be getting, like, you know, recognition for it, you know, because that's what made the West Coast. And I mean, if you look at it now, all the culture, like lowriders, people dressing like Chicanos now, like, that was the culture. I was gonna say, there's someone pumping Chronic right now. Sounded like it Chronic 2000, but it's just, I just feel like, you know, it should be a lot more respected. But I know what you're saying. You know, a lot of people would tell me like, oh, you know, you can't always do the West Coast rap because it's not what's in.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you go on like my iTunes and shit, I do songs with other artists that are today. You know?
Yeah.
And I do that specifically to show the people, like, yo, I can do that shit too. If I wanted to, I could go and do like RJ beats all day and kill it. You know, to me, that shit is simple work. And I got music where I can show you I'm killing other artists that do that music. You know what I mean? I can do it all day. My stilo, my cup of tea is, you know, the West Coast shit. You know, but which reminds me, dog, I didn't even know, like, you be doing all kinds of beats, bro. Like, I've been hitting a lot of your shit lately. And I was like, damn, this fool, I didn't fucking know you did that one. I didn't know you did that one. I know you fuck with Rob's big time, so I listened to a lot of his shit. I was just watching this video he did. You did that beat, too. I was tripping out. You do a lot of his shit, huh?
Yeah, most recently.
Yeah.
Probably for the past 3 years.
That's dope. That's cool, man.
Yeah. I shoot all his videos and everything, so.
Yeah, even Triple P, he came at me one time about a beat, and I was like, well, I got a homie, he'll do it, but it's going to sound like West Coast still, you know what I mean? Like, if you're looking for a new sound, you know, he might be able to fuck with it. He could do the new sound shit, too, but he already heard how you came out on my shit, so he's gonna like trying to do something like that. But then he ended up going through you to get the beat made, and then I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "PD did that shit too." And he's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Fuck." The one that Triple P just did a video for.
Oh, the bitch please.
Yeah, the bitch please. I was like, "Damn, this one fucking busted out the bitch please."
Yeah. I mean, I try to like keep my shit West Coast. But also try to make it new and different, you know what I mean? Because like when he asked me to do it, I was like how do I want to do it? Like, I can do it, or is just like straight up copying the whole thing, or I can, you know, maybe put like
you definitely put your touch to it. And it sounded dope.
I feel like it came out pretty hard, you know. But yeah, that's kind of what I try to do. You know.
Yeah.
Keep it West Coast, but still my own flavor. And,
yeah, yeah.
You know, and kind of make it sound newer. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I dabble in everything. Like, you know, I make all kinds of beats. You know,
Yeah.
Most people choose the West Coast shit.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
It's cool, you know, I don't mind, you know, but
yeah, like that dude Ace, you know, that guy right, the Ace Beats.
Yeah.
Like he even put a little twist to his, like, you know, West Coast sound, like what he's doing for that Food Doggy style.
Yeah.
So like that's what I like, because my boy that does beats, that's what I feel he did too. You know, his shit it's on heavy on the West Coast, but he has a little new sound. Like he has 808s and certain things that these new beats have that he throws in there. You know what I mean? But of course, all the other piano and, you know, certain instruments overpower. So, you know, people that don't really listen to music, they don't hear it. You know what I mean? But someone like you who does beats, or someone that has a good ear, they hear that shit. You know, I'm able to hear it. I can hear it all day. That's like when I heard the Bitch Please one. At first I was like, oh yeah, he changed it up, it's different. And then he came in, dun 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 dun. I was like, oh fuck, that shit, like he sounds like he sampled, you know, but you just probably replayed it.
Nah, I sampled.
Oh, you did sample?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Took that part and
yeah, but still, it sounds good. Like, it's totally your shit, you know what I mean? It's your fucking sound, you know what I mean? It's definitely remade perfect, you know what I mean? I was like, damn. I was starting to think of what song could I remix that's kind of like that. It was crazy because we recently just did my homie, he was doing it. I think he still has it, but I never told him to finish it or whatever. It was the one by Mac 10, Full Life. I had him redoing Full Life, but he was just fucking around. I don't think, you know, because I didn't tell him, like, yo, I'm being serious, let's try to remake it, you know what I mean? And then like weeks later he went and did the Bitch Please. I was like, fuck, beat me to it. I was like, damn.
That Full Life. That's, how's that beat go?
I want to go.
Is that one with the bass line?
That ain't how the West Coast run. That doom, doom.
Yeah.
Doom,
Yeah.
doom. Yeah. I don't know how all the other sounds go, but I just know the bass.
Yeah. That shit would be hard.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Well, someone already did it. You know that fool AD? He's on like No Jumper now and shit. That fool, the AD. He kind of redid it, and yeah, like it's super hard.
Yeah.
I just like that song, so that's why I was telling him. But yeah, to be serious, I don't even know if I'd want to touch it, because that fool remade it. They redid the beat, and that shit was super hard, man. Like West Coast, but super new age and bangs, super banger. So I was like, damn, we want to touch that.
It's hard to do it because, I mean, Bitch Please is classic as a song. So like, even wanting to go in there and, you know, just mess with it, like, it's,
you know what's crazy though? It's dope because it's a classic to us.
Yeah.
But the newer crowd, because it's not Still Dre, or because it's not Dre Day, or
like a mainstream.
Yeah, it's not one of the mainstream ones. They wouldn't know it. You know, Bitch Please is crazy because I know people that don't even know Eminem. I'm like, what the fuck? Am I that old? Those motherfuckers don't know who Eminem is? Like, they tripping, bro. Eminem's a goat.
Yeah. So Eminem, I mean, okay, so you like Eminem, right?
Yeah, I fuck with him tough, yeah.
Do you like his new shit?
I like the Kamikaze album.
Okay.
That shit was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when he went bar for bar with Jordan Lucas. I couldn't believe he did that.
Yeah.
He showed that he still got it. So, I mean, I'm going to respect anybody who's that age, been in the game forever, and is still competing with these dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you can do that, all power to you, man. I mean, M is killer, bro. So, yeah, man, all power to M, bro. He's dope. I fuck with his shit. I don't like when he gets all fucking animated and, you know, starts doing this stupid, like, different languages. And
you don't like the Relapse album?
Nah, I didn't really care for the Relapse album. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. You know, he starts rapping all stupid and shit. Yeah, I don't like that shit. Yeah, that shit's annoying to me. Even what was the other one? The one where he came back from rehab or some shit. Not relapse.
Recovery.
Was it Recovery? Yeah, that one was trash.
What?
Did you like it?
Bro, I'm a big Eminem fan.
Yeah.
So, I like most of his shit.
Yeah, I didn't care for Recovery.
Probably.
Eminem Show, bangers.
Eminem Show is my favorite Eminem album.
Say Goodbye to Hollywood.
I think every track on there.
Oh my god, yeah, that fool kills that shit.
From White America.
Yeah.
Just every song on there is a freaking banger. My Dad's Gone Crazy.
Yeah, I was. You know what song I was just singing? The So long, bitch, you did me so wrong. Yeah, me and the homie were just singing that this morning.
Yeah.
Because the homie gave me a beat and it has that melody to it, but it's way different. But that's the first thing that popped in my head was that song. I remember being in Venice Beach and my dad was like not a big Eminem fan at first.
Yeah.
And he was trying to go to church at that time, and I remember we were walking down. I was like, "Oh, they're playing Eminem," and then my dad's like, "Nah." And then he didn't care for me to listen to him because the one time he walked by, it's playing the Kim song, and then it played the. I think my dad's gone crazy, you know. Yeah. My dad's like, "Listen to that shit. I want you to listen." I'm like, "Those are the 1-2 songs you happen to walk by." You know what I mean? They're playing that one.
Yeah.
I was like, "You should listen to the other ones." And then he heard Slim Shady and all the other ones. And he was like, "Oh yeah, he's pretty cool."
Yeah, but I mean, him on Dre beats, it's like I don't know.
What's one of your all-time favorite Eminem tracks?
Just the track?
Yeah, like
damn, just the track.
Yeah, I know it's hard. That's hard to pick. Well, fuck it. You said Eminem Show was your favorite album?
Yeah.
Yeah. Marshall Mathers LP was hard too, man.
Yeah, but there's a few songs I'm skipping.
Yeah.
Remember Me, I'm skipping it.
Yeah, Remember Me? Yeah. I used to be like, damn, what the hell?
Yeah, it's
the
dope.
Kim one too. I fucking skipped that one too.
Skipping it, you know. They're dope tracks, but just not replayed, you know.
I remember the homie showed us the Stan one before it went on MTV, and he's like, "Bro, you gotta listen to this shit." He came to the house, and we were literally outside chilling, and the homie was sitting on the curb on the grass. And me and my brother was right there by the car. He was the music homie. He was the one that had everything before it came out, and he showed us that shit, and we were just like, "Damn, that fucking song Stan." And then I think almost a year later, this fucking shit blew up on MTV. He did a music video, and it was one of his biggest songs. And then he had fucking Elton John sing the hook one time, and the awards and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song is just probably his greatest song ever.
Yeah.
So let me get back to you and your shit.
Yeah.
Like, what's your writing process? Do you kind of know what you want to talk about, or do you just kind of go off whatever?
Usually like I said earlier, you know, I'm my biggest struggle is thinking of a topic. Beat could be hard as shit, you know what I mean? I usually like beats that already have a title to it, you know what I mean?
You just
because
go
then
off
I kind of go out the title. Because usually the people that make the beat, they put what they feel, you know, that beat is about. So then I'll just kind of go off that. But if it just says beat 1, 90 BPM, I'm like, fuck, here we go, you know. But usually, sometimes I get that feel right away. Like today or yesterday, my homie showed me a beat because we're gonna do a part 2, which I wasn't supposed to say. But we're gonna do a part 2 to LOS day, and so he already kicked me down with 4 beats for it, and one of them it's kind of like the last track on the EP that I just put out. It's like a slow, smooth type, but man, that shit was just so crazy good. Instantly when I heard it, I was like, that sounds like some story type shit. So I didn't know just the feeling of the beat. I kind of felt like, some ghetto shit. So I ended up writing pretty much like about a mom growing up in the ghetto, having a kid. Man, the dad's gone. Kids growing up wild, in the streets. But she's doing all she can to, have a house and, be there for her kids. But it's hard for her to, watch them because they're growing up on their own without a dad, and they're in the streets in the ghetto. So one's a thug and the other one has a promising life, whether it's because of sports or schooling, but he's in that environment. So the song doesn't end with one of them being killed or one amounting to something. It just ends in reality. Like, that's the life, they either choose to fucking keep going with that life, or they get a different route. But the story process was that. So that's usually how it goes with any beat. Like,
so you did that song?
Yeah, I did the I wrote it because it's actually going to have somebody else on it, and he's kind of the same type dude too. Like, so he told me, he's like, yo, that person, he likes that West Coast shit, but he doesn't like hard. He likes rapping shit, he likes spitting shit. So he made that beat specifically for me and him. And I was like, boom, I already know what I'm gonna, what kind of story. So I already wrote it last night.
Was that hard for you to write it? I mean, because you just told me the whole story.
Yeah.
But it's different
when you start writing it. Yeah.
Writing and making it in the song.
No. Once I had the story in my head, oh, dude, I could write it in like 15, 20 minutes. Yeah. Okay. It's thinking of the story what takes me the longest. Okay. Or how I want to put it down. But if I already have like I recently just did something where someone showed me a script where they wanted. And he's like, yo, he wanted a song done or whatever. He's like, this is some shit I kind of wrote. He's like, I kind of want it like that, but I want it better and I want it to be smooth. I want it to, sound like a rap. And I wrote 2 verses in like 30 minutes, 35 minutes, but it felt like it was cheating because I was using his shit because he wanted me to use what he wrote, but make it into a rap. But yeah, I was like, damn, this is easy. Like, fuck, if rap were like, if you know what I mean, all my shit was like this, it would be super dope.
Nah, that's a skill,
but some people, it's still hard for them to do that.
Yeah.
To me, it's easy. When I have something already in my head, or like someone comes to me with the topic already, perfect, man. I can fly through the shit like cake.
Yeah, because I mean, people have like, okay, this is what I want to say, but like, how do I say it?
Yeah.
You don't seem to have that problem.
No.
As soon as you know what you want to say.
Yeah, I know what I want to say. It's the thinking of what I'm gonna write about is what fucks me. You know, I'm just like, oh fuck, how am I gonna start it? And usually it's the start and the ending. That's what fucks me all the time too. Yeah. It's always the first bar and the last bar. I'm like already thinking about the last bar, like, on the fucking 13th bar, 14th. I'm like, oh fuck, how am I gonna end today? I'm like, shit.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way.
Yeah,
because you guys mean just like.
Yeah, because you'll have 15 hard bars, and that last one is just taking forever. You're like, God, man, what the hell? Yeah,
because you got to start off hard, right? First impression, right? And then the ending, you got to end it right.
Yeah, exactly.
End your verse. So do you start with the hook or the verse? I'm going to say you start with the verse.
Yeah, I start with the verse. Unless the hook's in the beginning, which a lot of the times my producer, he likes to put in the hook in the beginning. I'll go with the hook, but 90% of the time it's the verse first. I like to go right into it because I feel like my hard shit goes right off the bat. I start thinking the good shit. Yeah. And then the hook, I've started off with the hook and be like, this is the verse. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck this. That can't be the hook, man. Like, this sounds way too hard. You know what I mean? Like, I'm already writing some dope shit. The hook should be a little bit more easier. But.
So do you struggle, like, with coming up with hooks?
I'm not really a hook person.
Yeah, I was going to say that next.
Yeah, but I don't struggle if I already have the topic. But yeah, sometimes I can, because sometimes I feel like I'm not a hook person. Yeah. But I hear a lot of people tell me they fuck with me on the hook shit. They're like, dude, you should do more hooks, bro, or do hooks for people. And I'm like, for real? I'm like, shit, sometimes I feel like I barely squeeze that one out. Yeah. But.
Well, you got a dope voice.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know, what if somebody wrote you a hook and just asked you to do it?
For like one of my own songs or like for their shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind if it
collab.
was like for their shit and they're like, "Yo, we want your voice because it sounds dope."
Yeah, yeah.
But just spit the hook. Yeah, but for my shit, I would be like, I would feel a little weird towards it, but you know, I know for a rap I wouldn't, because I've had people already like, "Yo, you rap my shit." I'm like, nah, hell no, I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, why not? I'm like I just grew up thinking that was bullshit.
Yeah,
You couldn't do that. You know what I mean? Like hook, okay, cool, but I could never rap someone else's lyrics. You know?
Yeah. Well, I've been in situations where like we're in the session, right, and like we need the hook, and like they'll write the hook, but then like tell their homie, it's like, bro, like you got a sick ass voice, like why don't you just say it?
Yeah.
Just spit the shit like this, and then he'll go in the booth and he'll say it, and that shit'll sound fire.
Yeah.
But like he's not a rapper or nothing whatsoever. He just has that voice. And,
yeah.
You know, just use that voice.
Yeah, for real. No, I know a couple people like that.
Yeah.
They got crazy voices. And like, damn, well, you got the voice for it. Why don't you just fuck around? Nah, I don't do that shit. Leave that for you fools. Like that.
Yeah. It's just a unique voice. Like that for Rob's, his voice is like.
Oh yeah, bro. That's why like, one of the days we were at the studio, and he had just came back down from upstairs with you, and I brought the little homie over there, and he's more on the new style.
Yeah.
You know, and I did a song with him, and it's dope. It's on the platforms and all that, and I was telling him because Rob's came in and he was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I talked to him for a little bit. And I told the homie, because he does that little shit too where he can sing and rap and all that.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, fool, that fool right there, dog. Like, that fool can hit that shit. He's like, for real? Because you look at him, you don't think that.
Yeah.
He's like, for real? I'm like, fool, that fool he can do some hooks, bro. Like, I don't know how to put it. Like, I don't know if it's on some Nate Dogg shit. But it would more so be, like, to me, like on some Zero shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now that you think about it, it's on some, like, Zero shit. And that fool knows how to, like, harmonize. And he don't sound stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds dope. I've been trying to get a track with that fool Rouse forever, dog.
Man, everybody does. I barely even have a track with him.
Yeah, I've been knowing that fool for a minute, dog. I'm telling you, I met them at Panorama City.
Yeah.
I was living in the apartments right there in the corner. So I met him right there one time at a taco truck. I think he was there with his or he was living around there with his lady at the time. But yeah, I met him then, and Big Sipes was still around, rest in peace. And I remember he was doing his Beyond the Words, and that fool had his Soccer Bitch records, and they were doing their shit like tough back then, doing mixtapes, the Drug Sex Violence ones and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's how I met Robs, and that's how I knew him, and he was doing that shit back then. The song Valley Hoes and all that, like remember all that shit. All those fools, especially when it came to Valley rappers, it was Rob's the one. I remember Loco Negro, he was another one, and I remember there was some fool named Hectic.
Yeah,
and I didn't really listen to a lot of his shit, but I just knew him because I knew a couple people that fucked with that fool. But yeah, Hectic, Loco Negro, and Rob's, and then Rob's is the one I fucked with all the way.
Yeah. For sure. See, we got about an hour in.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there anything else you want to say?
Nah, man. Stream the music if you can. Go ahead if you got it. Apple, Spotify. It's The West 1987. This is how you look it up. And just type that in. That's everything for Spotify, YouTube, all that. I mean, I throw shit on my YouTube that is on the platforms, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, I mean, if you just want to get it in and just look at shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't even care, bro, whether people buy it or not. Just stream it, you know what I mean? Hear it, listen to it.
Right.
I promise it's not whack, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Barely do any kind of song with that, but there's shit. I got it. I touch it all the stilos. So, I mean, it's there, man, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, just stream music and support, man, your people. That's one of the biggest things I preach to people.
Yeah.
The biggest thing.
Yeah, I mean, It's tough.
And I gotta get on some shit on PD beats. I gotta get a beat or something.
Man.
I mean, I'm not saying for free neither, dog. So you know what I mean. I know how people beat, dog. So I know what it is. You know, it's all about the support game too, dog.
Yeah.
People gotta eat, so I feel it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I mean, I don't really care. It's just like timing and like
when it's right,
I'll be busy and
I know that's what I'm saying. Like with Rob's, we've hit or missed each other, and then that one day it was like close, but it was late. We were closing up, so I was like, "Fuck!" He was just like, "Yeah, we gotta get the track in." I was just like, "For sure, let's get one in." I've been waiting for years, dog. But I know it's when the time's right.
The timing that's what it is, man. Because I mean, I'm wrapping up my project right now, but then it's like I got some other shit like getting ready to start working on.
You getting heavy on beats and shit? I mean, not beats, videos. You starting to take that like super serious now, or?
Well, I did like the past 2 years. I did a bunch of videos. I was really doing that, but like now I kind of fell back on it a little. Really just doing my own videos.
Yeah.
But I mean, whenever anybody hits me up, want to do a video, like, I'm always down and
for sure.
I'll pull up. But yeah, the video shit is just it's difficult.
Yeah, no, I bet.
Because it's like, if I pull up and I have my vision for it, but then the artist has their own vision, and then
see, that's my other problem. Is like I don't know. How to, I just know the basic, man. Just go over there. If you know what I mean. Sometimes I wish that the camera guys would be like, "Hey, dog, this is what I envision. Oh, let's roll with it,"
Yeah.
Because I hate thinking about that. It's bad enough I already got to make sure everyone's there and fucking, my shirt's covering my belly and fuck, I'm worrying about all kinds of other shit, I feel it. I know there's a lot that comes with it.
It's just like a play.
Yeah.
And then like a lot of artists, like they think they know how this camera shit works and everything, so they be trying to tell you like what to do, but then you be like, nah, bro, this
can you move close, go in and out, and go in circles?
Like, bro, like I got, let me do my shit, and you do your shit. Like, just it just gets annoying sometimes, and then like a lot of people have the same ideas.
Yeah.
Right. So like the most cliche is like, oh, I want to go to my liquor store.
Yeah.
I want to post up over here, and like I got this car, like, and it's like, okay, yeah, this is whatever, I'll shoot it and I'll edit it. But it just gets like annoying. Like,
it's the same shit over and over.
Shit. Like, can somebody come with me with like something unique? Like that's when me and Rob's when we do our shit.
Yeah.
He comes at me like the last one we did. He's like, yo, I want to have a bunch of different people.
That shit was dope. When I seen that, I was like, oh, that was sick.
I'm like, shit, let's do it. It was a headache, bro. Like, this shit took like weeks. Just trying to get everybody at the right time. Learn the song.
Yeah. That's how you guys had that one chick that didn't know shit on the beach.
Right. Like, we showed her, she was like, I don't know. Like, bro, we told you to. And then he went out to Bakersfield. I was like, bro, I ain't trying to go to Bakersfield. Like, so I just gave him my camera and told him, do what you're going to do. But it's just too much sometimes.
And he went to Bakers?
Yeah.
Damn. What parts did he get in Bakers?
The one with the two girls.
Oh, okay. The one at the Chicano store or something?
Yeah. And I think like his...
Yeah, because I saw that and I was like, where the fuck is that in the valley? I was like, I don't even see this store. I remember there used to be one in San Fernando, but I don't even think it's there anymore.
Yeah. But I mean, the end result is always dope.
That shit was super hard, man. When I saw it, I was like, damn, that's just dope. The way he did that, and then like with his kids in there and shit.
Yeah, the kids.
I was like, man, that's sick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when he had his little son rapping and shit.
Yeah. But I'd rather do that, because some people would hit me up, be like, oh, like, how much for the video, and like, how many locations, and what's my time limit? And I'd be like, bro, if you got something you want to do, and you got a vision, like, I don't care how long it takes or like what we got to do, like, let's just do it. Just pay me what I charge, and You know, just get it done.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people that.
Yeah, because there's some of these dudes, man. They only one location, 3 hours.
Yeah. Which I understand it because I've been in situations where like we're just standing around and I'm doing shit. I'm like, bro, like I'm not just gonna be here all day, like, you know, waiting for whoever to show up or like, you know, and it gets annoying.
Yeah.
So I understand.
And you're like a mellow dude.
Right.
So I can just imagine what you look like. Just like standing there, and people were like, "Damn, I feel pissed." I'm like, "No, I'm not mad. Let's do this."
Yeah.
I can see it already, but I feel it, bro. And I know, but, I've been there.
You know, it's whatever. Yeah. This is I'm used to, man. Being a producer, engineer, like I deal with people all the time, and I got the patience. Luckily, if I didn't, it'd be crazy.
Right.
But for sure, man, appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, for sure, man. Thanks for bringing me, telling me parking and all that. Thanks for letting me come through, man. That's dope. I seen Trouble P on here. Hollering to you about the video and shit. I'm still up in the air if we're gonna do that one or not. So, but we'll try to holler at you again.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's it. That's the 12 Notes Podcast. Catch y'all later.